good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here to bring you a very important update on this brand new cryptocurrency that, thanks to one of our Discord members, has been on my radar as of late, and I want to put it on your radar because it's very interesting. So in this video, I'm going to run through some technical analysis with this project, explain what this is, why you should care, and the potential behind this. So folks, if you like this or that, I want to ask you to do me a favor: like, subscribe, comment, and share, and hit that bell icon to be notified of new uploads, because we have been absolutely killing it. So this video is going to be jam-packed with a lot of very helpful stuff. So let's delve into this, folks. I want to talk about Audius. So Audius, to put it simply, is essentially trying to be the Spotify of crypto. They're trying to build a music platform backed on the blockchain. They already have big partnerships with big artists. Here's some of the examples. I think the biggest artist they're currently partnered with is deadmau5. I've actually been listening to their music, and they actually have some pretty good music, some pretty good remixes. I like the MF Doom remixes that they got. And folks, this is a very, very interesting project. So a few things to explain with this thing. So Binance Labs has invested in this thing. Not only Binance Labs, but Multicoin Capital and Blockchain Ventures, Pantera Capital, and Coinbase Ventures. So folks, a lot of big hitters and a lot of backers behind this thing. So Binance has already listed this coin, and I'm not sure if it's on Coinbase quite just yet. No, apparently it's not on Coinbase, but Coinbase Ventures has invested into it. So this is a big deal, folks. Could Coinbase one day list this coin? Perhaps. And everyone knows what happens when a coin gets listed on Coinbase. It blows up. Now, to explain what it is, it's kind of like the Spotify of crypto. Now, why the audio token? So this is something I was trying to understand a bit better, because this is a great idea on first glance. I actually signed up to the platform and I'm using it. I'm listening to music, but I'm looking for that cherry on top. What else could be compelling with this thing? And so I wanted to understand the utility of the token. So how does the audio coin actually play into this thing? Well, it's used as security with staking. It allows artists to create things that are immutable on the blockchain, so they're tracked on the blockchain and thus become immutable. Okay, great. So you're turning your music into you're basically putting your music onto the blockchain. Okay, that makes sense. You're doing that with Audius. I'm sure Audius is used to secure the network. Okay, that makes sense. Also, I've heard rumors that they're going to get into NFTs soon. I'm not. I don't know that for sure, but folks, if Audius got into NFTs, that could be huge. Now, also, the audio token itself is used to get perks from specific artists. So, okay, that's interesting. Okay, so if you like an artist, maybe they'll offer some perks and you get access to those perks through audio. Okay, that's interesting as well. And also, the token itself is used for governance. So, honestly, folks, this is a very interesting idea. If they could really amp up the utility and really make those perks you get from holding audio like amazing, then folks, this could really, really catch on. So, I like to think this is somewhat of a low capper, although not really. It's 200 million. I kind of like to think, low cap is 100 million below, but it's definitely not a high cap by any stretch, and it's barely a mid cap. So this is definitely on the lower end in terms of market cap. So we have been pumping quite a bit, but there's a lot of very interesting things surrounding this project. So let's take a look here at the technicals to talk about what could possibly constitute a good entry on this thing. Well, something I've been noting is I pulled out the Bollinger Bands for this one, and what I've been noting is that we've been pretty well bouncing off our Bollinger Bands, the tops and the bottoms of our Bollinger Bands here. So for those who don't know, Bollinger Bands typically give you a range that a security is typically likely to range within, and so I put one Bollinger Band with a standard deviation of 2 and another of a standard deviation of 3. And I do this because it's actually very good for understanding when we're overbought and oversold, because whenever we enter these in-between areas, that's typically a signal that we're either overbought or oversold. Like, see, anytime we enter the in-between, we go back down, in-between go back down, in-between go back down, in-between go back down. So right now, we're in that in-between part in the overbought territory, so perhaps a bit of a pullback here is warranted. Now, I've drawn, we're kind of in this broadening channel, and it depends how you draw this, but let's just call this a channel. Maybe a retest this green line here is probably warranted at some point, perhaps. And so if we did that, that's probably where I would be looking to place my buy orders. Anywhere from like $1.10, I'd say, to about $1.15. Anywhere throughout that range is probably where I would start to dollar cost average when I went to this thing. Because you never know how far we're going to correct. We could correct further. We could break down a bunch of resistance, but then we could not too, right? So I like to place my first dollar cost average place, or my first buy orders near the current price action, because you don't know how far it's going to go. Now, let's say this green line doesn't hold. Let's say we start to break below this green line. Then I think our next stop is probably $1 to about 90 cents, somewhere within this range. Lots of sideways price action, lots of volume, specifically at $1. So I think $1 is going to hold. Now, let's say $1 doesn't hold, then maybe we just retest the lower extremities of our Bollinger Band here. If you were to do that, retest the lower extremities of our Bollinger Band here, we can see how every time we've tested on the standard deviation of 2, historically the lower end of our Bollinger Band here, we go back up. So that would currently be at, about 90 cents. So let's say we fall back down to these regions. This is where I would be personally looking to place my buy orders for this project. So, folks, over the long term, I like to think, a lot of these coins could probably do 10, 20x by the end of this bull run, but ultimately nobody knows for sure. This could be a long-term hold, in my opinion. I've heard a lot of good things about this. As well, I'm subscribed to Token Metrics. Token Metrics, folks, for those who don't know, Token Metrics is great because they have AI powered price predictions and portfolio suggestions, but they also do very helpful code reviews. And so I recently got a code review from Token Metrics, and they reviewed it pretty favorably. So, folks, very interesting to get that cryptocurrency research resource give a positive review about this. Just makes me all that more bullish about the long-term potential with this thing. So, folks, if you want to subscribe to Token Metrics, we highly recommend it if you can spare it, because it is a little pricey, but they do offer a paid trial for a week. So, folks, down in the description below, you can join Token Metrics. It helps us out. We really appreciate it, and we use it often for doing more research on coins, looking at price predictions and portfolio suggestions. It's honestly very helpful. So we highly recommend Token Metrics if you can spare it. Link for that down in the description below. So over the long term, what's kind of my long-term outlook? So let's say I were to hold this for the long term. I'm looking to scale out of all my long-term positions late third quarter, early fourth quarter. So just how you can dollar cost average your way into the dips, I plan on dollar cost averaging my way out of the peaks around when the bull market is likely to end. And I do think this bull market is likely to end September, October this year, with Bitcoin and Audio and the altcoins are probably likely to reach some kind of peak roughly a month after Bitcoin. And if you want to know why I'm saying specifically September, October this year for Bitcoin, join our Discord. Link for that down in the description below. In our resources section, we've posted a chart by Trading Shot. Trading Shot does a very good job of breaking down the Bitcoin cycles as well. We will have a coin call with our members sometime this weekend where we're going to discuss the market, kind of summarize some major news events, some major catalysts, price action, answer some questions. So, folks, our coin calls are extremely informative. Me and Messi, we run this channel, so we sometimes have fun little debates with each other as well. Thank you so much for all the concern and all the thoughts and prayers. We're still trying to locate Messin. We're still trying to find Messin. So let us know what you think down in the comments below. Where is Messin? Is he in France? Is he in Terabithia? Is he in Narnia? We don't know. We're trying to find answers. We need answers. Let us know what you think down in the description below. That's all my thoughts. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, take care.